Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing? Hello, Karen. How are you doing? You're bright and early. In the stream, at the very least. I don't know about your day. Well, thank you for replying. That at least makes sure that the audio is working. Right. And you may be wondering why it says episode 28 Happy New Year. And that's because in the game, we just turned into January. And it is freezing outside. In the game, not here. Here is just, chilly. So if you are not up with what's been going on here, and I can't hear a thing. There we go. We have reached Minecraft levels of crafting. If you have seen this before, you will be aware that the floor used to be covered with stuff. Look! I have wooden trunks. Double-size wooden trunks, no less. I know, in Minecraft they would be double chests. Here they're double wooden trunks. So, what time of day is it? It is late and freezing outside. So significant progress has actually been made, apart from the making of trunks. Ooh, what was I cooking here? I was warming my backside, I believe. That progress includes finding out that you can use peat as a fuel source. Now, I did know that peat is a fuel source. I spent a lot of time in Highland, Scotland, using peat as a fuel source, but normally I expect to dry it out first, so I didn't go rushing for peat because I thought I'd have to dry it. But, oh, I was wrong. And the good news about that is, one, there's quite a lot of it available, and two, it saves on my charcoal supplies, and three, I have pie and bread and stew and hopefully enough supplies to get me through to the next planting season. It is looking promising, I have to say. So what are my plans? Let's not dip our sensitive bits into absolutely freezing cold water. So I am actually in the process of making a bloomery. Not because I can use a bloomery right now, but I'm using winter as an opportunity to prepare for the new year. We have got a sort of rocky cladding around a lot of the building. I can't build to save my life. You will hear me. You'll hear me say that on any number of occasions. And because it's late night, that means panning. If I can find my sand. Oh, I need more slate sand. This has actually been my main source of copper. I was actually able to make an anvil just from panning slate sand. And I know I really should get on with mining and doing a proper job. And I am in fact considering doing just that. I'm hoping that being underground will protect me somewhat from the ravages of the winter above. For which I would need a lot of grass and torches, I presume, because there is a sort of mine shaft type thing right next to me. Right now, you can actually see where I've used a prospecting pick. And so far it's only guiding me towards zinc. And it has to be said, zinc is profoundly useless at this point in the game. And the only thing I can think of for zinc is making blocks and brass. And unfortunately, you can't make tools out of brass. And I keep meaning to look up why you can't make tools out of brass. If anybody knows why they don't make tools out of brass, I would appreciate it. And because, you know, my brain is not necessarily working as well as it used to 30 years ago, for some reason I thought bronze was copper and zinc. It's not. And I know it's not. It's copper and tin. And I kind of know this because I'm slightly aware that there was a general collapse in the Bronze Age, sort of Western Europe, Middle East region. And there's a couple of reasons for this. One is an invasion by sea people. But the more likely one is simply that tin was a very rare resource and highly dependent on trade from places like Cornwall, of all places, in England. And if those trade routes were disrupted, then you would have a collapse of the Bronze Age. And it's interesting to speculate that that's what led to the Iron Age, because iron is quite common. All you need is the technology to extract it. Oh, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Welcome to the community. If you hang around, various people will probably turn up. And if you hang around for a few hours and come back at 9 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which is in 4 hours, I run the Long Dark. And we have a nice little community there. I fully expect 2 or 3 of my regulars to pop into chat as I'm doing this. If you have just found me, you will find that I have something like 930 videos, mostly live streams. So if you want putting to sleep, there's plenty of content for that. If you really want putting to sleep, apparently me reading the That Game Company end user license agreement in terms of services does a pretty good job. It's a very good thing that the game doesn't demand that you go to sleep, because the night hours for things like this are profoundly useful. I do find it hilarious that in this game, it's taken me 50 plus hours to get to a basic Minecraft stage that you can do in about 10 minutes in Minecraft. And that includes farming. Do you play Vintage Story yourself? I'm actually new to the game. I actually only found out that Vintage Story existed because of Hightail. Hightail came out in early access, and of course I had to take a look. I've spent more years playing Minecraft than I care to remember. Not as many as some, but quite a few. And while I was looking around, I can't remember the search I was doing, something about Minecraft, something about Hightail. Vintage Story popped up, and I'd never heard of it. Never seen any content related to it. And I thought to myself, ooh, that looks interesting. And so here we are. 28 episodes, not counting my first impressions video, into survival Vintage Story. This is just pure survival. The rifts are not present. The various Cthulhu-esque monsters do not make an appearance. I just wanted to play survival. So there are no traders, there's no ruins, there's nothing like that. It's just me and the planet. And that's it. And just to make life interesting, if I die, I end up quite some distance away and have to raft back to here. And something I really don't want to do in the middle of winter. I did actually get eaten by a bear at the beginning of winter. And yeah, I had to come running. I had to raft across the ocean, then come galloping across the landscape in full darkness, equipped only with a torch. Well, and a falx. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I nearly got eaten again. So we're going to. I do need to collect grass for torches so that I can try maybe doing something with the mine. As I say, there's an opening right next door, and I'm hoping I can sort of layer it over. And oh, I'm getting chilly. One would suspect that being hip deep in freezing water would get you colder much faster than this. Yeah, I'm kind of pushing my luck here with hypothermia. Right. Let's grab some. Oops, I don't want to put the peat away. At one point, panning was my only source of clay as well. Do I? Have I run out of clay again? Well, it appears I have. Is that all the grass I have? I thought I had more clay than this. Where did I put it? Did I use it all up to make fire clay? I think I did. Am I going to have to go after that again? Ah, no. No, I do have more. Thought I was going mad there. Well, you know, madder than usual. Ah, a nice, bright, cold day. Right, let's go get some grass, because I'm going to need it. Nope. Kind of funny that you have to first clear away the soil. This is actually my farm. I spent early part of winter digging it out and putting more fertile soil down. I should probably at some point extend it. I want to hit spring running, so to speak. Whoever thought grass would become a strategic resource? At one point I did wonder if you could even collect grass in the middle of winter. But fortunately, for whatever reason, it seems to grow. Good news is, in this particular region, I have only once seen something moderately toothy. One of the things I got to figure out is how to actually irrigate this. Because so far attempts to dig a hole and put water in it with a bucket haven't actually worked. For whatever reason, it just drains away, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. So I don't want to have to go running everywhere with a watering can. One thing I don't actually need is flint, because if there's anything that I get from doing all that panning, it's lots of flint. I think it's the single dominant resource I've collected that way. I am actually somewhat limited in how far I can go in this weather. But I can go far enough as long as I don't waste time to do whatever it is that I need to do. Right, that should be enough for now. So, yeah. My plan is to actually stick the bloomery in this sort of immediate region here. And that's where my mine, such as it is. So my sort of plan is to block some of it off and then see if I can't arrange to somehow be able to access it from inside the building. Very Minecraft, I know. So there's my oven, there's the forge. Yeah, the cow parsley's in the corner because I accidentally tilled the land. So I do want to sort of find a suitable place to dig down so that I can go into and out of the mine from here without having to brave the weather. See if it makes any difference. Oh, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Oh. Wasn't keeping track of how hungry I was. Okay, I've just now figured out I've got to do something else. I've got to make bread. Alright, bread coming up. Let's see. Yes, bread. Bread. Bread and pie, I think. Actually, this is normally the kind of thing I would do at night, but seeing as I am clearly running out, I may as well do it now. Have a very good day, Karen. Actually, I was just thinking there's something else I want to do. I need to go. Actually, I need to pop out and get some more sand. Yeah, I'm still using flint shovels because it's quicker and easier. Where's my sticks gone? Oh, I was organized. Heavens forfend, I was actually organized. I put my sticks away. No, I don't want an axe. Oh, silly me. Oh well. A spare axe is not necessarily a bad thing. Oh no, tell you what, let's warm ourselves up first. Hopefully I've got time to do everything. No, I don't think I do. It's going to get dark out there. Come on. Warm me up, please. Just long enough so that I can do a quick dash. Okay, that might do. I think I've completely denuded this area though. Yeah, this was my one of my sources of slate sand. The other one's actually over here. If I can find it under the snow. I should recognize. Ah, here it is. I think. Yes. This is all going to flood come spring. Although I think this evening I'm going to be spending most of my time cooking. This is going to look unsightly, unfortunately. But this is survival, not aesthetics. I don't have the luxury of being neat and tidy. Hey, Crow! How you doing today? I'm just doing some last-minute mining before nightfall. Mining, yeah, mining of a sort. Actually, I need to make pickaxes. Don't know if I'll get around to doing what I intend. Okay, that'll probably do. Yeah, that'll do for now. Oh, I didn't get too cold. I have a sort of plan, Crow, that is cover over this area so I can do a Minecraft type entrance to the mine inside the house so that hopefully I don't get too freezing down there. Although technically speaking, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see, is this still active? Oh, it is. Look at that. I can warm up my nethers. Using peat has turned out to be really, really useful. Saves me on charcoal, obviously. Oops. And you don't need that much peat. Just gets up to temperature. Right, cooking. Where's my bowls? I nearly said, where's my bowels? But that would not be what I meant. Well, I'm actually using the oven. So I'm not sure if that counts. I mean, I've got no other way of making bread and pies anyway, so... Right, and oops. Let's get this up and running. Yeah, no, I'm using this for most of my cooking. I mean, for, yeah, stews, of which I still have quite a bit. I use the regular fire pit. So, not sure if that's the best way of doing it. It'll do for now. I'm getting ready to make a lot of torches. I've got to find a way in my head to drop a tunnel down. I'm tempted to sort of dig straight out the back there, but I would almost certainly cause a collapse. I don't want to collapse. Yes, yeah, that's the whole plan. It's the most convenient place for me to go. I know at the moment there's not a lot of stuff there. If we have a look, we've got that's zinc and bismuth. That's zinc and bismuth. Zinc, 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 bismuth. No, bismuth I will settle for. But yeah, I'm basically going to do the whole Minecraft thing. It's not necessarily the best way of doing it, but it's winter and I am not going vast distances looking for more optimum locations. Oops. Sorry. Figure if I go branch mining, I should find something useful. Who knows? Well, copper isn't a problem. That's why I pan for it. But zinc is no good. I don't know why zinc is so plentiful, but I need tin or bismuth, not zinc. And cassiterite is what is cassiterite? Cassiterite is, I've got some samples here somewhere. Where is it? Oh no, that's sphalerite. Yeah. Pretty much useless for me. Oh, I didn't realize I used flax bread. That's okay. But given that it's winter, not really. Some of it I sort of know because they follow fairly logical things. Copper I can get, albeit laborious. Zinc I don't need. Tin I do need, or bismuth. There's indications of bismuth nearby. We'll see what happens, so don't. Don't. Yeah. Like I say, I'm doing the Minecraft thing. Are they? Oh! I would have eventually found that out when I looked up bismuth bronze. I would have found that out. I promise I would have found that out. So it's not huge spoilers. I know. I mean, I've seen bismuth bronze mentioned. There might be bismuth nearby, so that's a start. Okay, so I would have simply done bismuth bronze. So I said, "Oh, what's that?" And we would have a look at that. And I would have ended up finding something like, yeah, oh, here we go, alloyed from copper and zinc and bismuth. So yeah, I would have found out fairly quickly. Wow, that's fairly high percentage of zinc. Come on, cook, 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 please. So, okay, suddenly zinc has become a little bit more useful. All I've got to do is dig down and find the stuff. Here we go. Right, that'll last us a little bit. So, I'm going to need pickaxes. So this is going to be where we do the whole Minecraft thing where you stack up. That's axe. That's hammer. Where's my... Aha. Prospecting pick. Falx. That does say pickaxe. Well, bismuth bronze is a bit more useful than I'm using now. Sorry, I missed the context. What would we do without turnips? Yeah, there's no ruins. It's not that kind of world. Remember, this is survival only. So no ruins, no traders. This is just me. Yeah, so I don't have access to some of the things you can get with panning either. You know, you can get copper arrowheads or copper spearheads. I think that doesn't apply to this world because this is survival only. There's no lore, there's no ruins, there's no traders. You know, there's it's not an inhabited world. It's just me and nothing else. Right, so now we're back to... what time of day is it? Oh, it's only midnight, and it's only minus 14 degrees centigrade outside. And I'm warm. Yeah, no, I did all I wanted. I didn't want the Cthulhu, didn't want the survival horror. Not that I might not try it at some point. I just wanted pure survival. That appealed. The idea that you just got to survive, you just got to build everything. That was great. The game's hard enough as it is without having monsters from beyond spawning in. So yeah, I liked the idea that there's this whole planet, there's just you, and the threats from predators are bad enough. I mean, look how many times I've died to bears or been attacked by wolves. I mean, this and well, before I played this, my favorite survival game was well, there is that too, later on when you've got everything you need, yeah, sure, go exploring. But at the early phase, when you're hunter gathering, desperately trying to survive, you're not going to go excitedly exploring and I don't have any way of setting my respawn point here either. At some point, it might be wise to simply return to my spawn island and transfer everything to there. Now, that will save me a lot of time, effort, and trouble. Even though it doesn't have as many resources as this region that I'm in. I don't really, by the way, consider Minecraft to be a survival game. I know technically it kind of is, but it's survival light. It's so easy to survive in Minecraft, and unless you've got playing in hardcore with permadeath. It's I won't. It's not really a challenge, is it? I mean, what's the first thing you do when you play Minecraft? Punch trees. And in a couple of minutes you've got a set of wooden tools. A couple of minutes more you've got a set of stone tools. A couple of minutes more you've got iron tools. That's survival, but it's yeah. And who knows? I don't really. I haven't. I don't know what RL craft is. I've never been very good at beating. You see, the thing you got to bear in mind is I'm not actually a very good game player. Um, you know, if I were ever to say, right, I'm going to do a sort of Minecraft speed run to see how fast I can defeat the Ender Dragon, the answer would probably be days. even even on the easy level, you know. Um, I would never try Minecraft on hardcore. The game would just end too quickly. Those people who've spent thousands of hours um, in a hardcore world, yeah, that's not. I couldn't do that. I really couldn't. I mean, even though I do know ways you can cheat that, by the way. But if you're going to cheat it, then just play hard mode. I mean, I must admit, I've never actually tried. But I mean, if you take a backup of your hardcore world every day, and then you die and you restore from a backup, pretty certain you won't have died. But the one game I do play on permadeath, obviously, is The Long Dark. Alright, let's warm up my nether regions. There we go. A balanced diet. Vegetable pie, bread, and stew. Right. What was I looking at? I was looking at the fact that I'm about to freeze my bits off. Oh. Oops, there we go. And the reason I play Minecraft in hard mode is because it's the most useful mode to play it in. There's dynamics available which are not as easy to get in easy or medium. I can't remember what the intermediate difficulty is in Minecraft. No, no, I have not, and I don't have time to now. Um, you know, the games. Most of my I said, yeah, actually, do you know what? Most of my gaming time is spent streaming it. So, Vintage Story now, Long Dark later. I can't drop the Long Dark. It's still my most successful live streams, I think. Warframe, that is more likely to be replaced, albeit on a temporary basis, by something else. But then the list of games that I would play before I tried something like Terraria would be, is Hellish Court, Armored Core, finish off Dark Sector, that sort of thing. But I have goals in Warframe, and the only time I've really got to achieve them is when I'm streaming. Right. Where did I put my sticks? Oh. Yeah, I've got a spare axe for whatever reason. So, let's see. But the first things first, let's see. Yes. And now I can start building. Oh, that's a nice dawn. Yeah, it's almost a must-have. I almost all of my gaming experience with the Long Dark has been streamed. Just for amusement's sake, I did actually run it up on the streaming computer yesterday to see how well it will run on an M4 Mac Mini. Absolute baseline. Actually runs pretty good. I can get getting between 70 and 90 frames a second on high settings on a 1440p. It's quite straightforward, so it's a pretty good long dark computer. At 1080p it's even better. Right, bloomery. Now I know it's early for a bloomery, but I can make it, so okay, I'm gonna need to make more. That's fine. How big is this? Huh. Oh, that was foolish. Okay. Lesson learned. I'm gonna need more fire clay, which is easily done. I only lost one piece. It's not a huge deal. Can't remember how this is made. Right, well, good job I got grass in that, and sticks. I'm going to need sticks soon. May I suggest sifting sand? Oh. Well, why did you let me put it down? Stupid game. Right. Oops, hang on. Bloomery chimney needs... Okay. Oh! I only needed 4? That was stupid of me. Never mind. Lesson learned. Yeah, I've got most of my flint from sifting sand. Right, what's next? Next is... what was last night's title? It can be summarized as grinding is therapy. Oh, excuse me a second. Something just weird happened there. Oh, ignore. Sky quit unexpectedly. The Sky implementation on Mac Minis is not great. They really need to fix it. Okay, so let me have a little look-see how I'm going to do this. So I want to put the bloomery kindly over here. So I'm going to build a base for it, I think. And get that sorted out while I think about it. That's fine. You go ahead and collapse, you stupid thing. I use packed earth to stabilize areas I want to build on. Sooner or later I'll get this whole region stabilized, and I know it doesn't look nice or anything, but it's the quickest way I've got of doing this. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that sort of works. And later on I'll worry about making it pretty. I've got no idea where I want to put this thing. There we go. Right. That's there now. There's no one doing it. And it was my intent actually to sort of, yeah, like I say, stabilize this area so that I can. Oh, if I'm here long enough, yes. I I did a tour, which nobody ever watched, of my create mod world. So yeah. So yeah, when it comes to the mechanical stuff, yeah, I fully intend to. The create mod, for those wondering, is this really remarkably cool mod, obviously for Minecraft, which yeah has mechanical stuff. You could actually, and my goal was when I did my create mod world not to use redstone, and you can do all kinds of full-blown automation without using redstone, and that was my goal, so I did it. So we have sort of stabilized things here. Let's get rid of this. The compound is expanding. So what I want to do, like I say, is sort of get down, have a means of getting down into here without freezing to death. So if I block it all off, and I have no idea whether this is worth doing what I'm doing right now, but yeah. I just like the idea that I've got everything sort of stabilized around it. So that, while I probably won't avoid break-ins, at least I've given myself a decent shot at it. So this is where I've been mining granite. And then, yeah, down here is where I start needing torches. So I will probably be yeah, I just wanted yeah, whatever. Yeah, I just want to have this a more formal mine shaft than, oh, it's a hole in the ground. And given that I'm a Minecraft player, it makes sense to me to sort of incorporate it into the base itself. So that I can go down at night without having to go outside. That sort of thing. Why have I got slate sand there? So what I need to figure out actually is, how am I going to do it? The temptation is sort of dig down here, except that's not a very good location. So at least the basic idea is, if I cause a cave in, At least the roof won't collapse on me. I should have done this earlier. I wondered if that would happen. That's interesting. I am always reminded of when I was building this little hut. The first thing that happened was half of it collapsed. So, yeah, I may as well stabilize the ground. Whether or not, actually, it's really necessary, I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway. So that when I'm digging, hopefully, I will avoid the worst of problems. Can I just pick that up? I can. Oops. And really, yeah, this ought to be replaced with other stuff, but I did have a brief experiment. At some point, I'll probably make it into a rocky floor. I don't want a wooden floor for obvious reasons. Wooden floor simply strikes me as being yeah, a fire risk. I don't know to what extent the game implements that sort of thing. So replacing this with stone would make sense to me. Replacing it with wood does not. I mean, yes, I know there's, I've got wooden chests and what have you, but there we go. I actually feel better about that now. Right, so how am I going to... You know what? I could use this little corner here. Couldn't I? So we're going to get some ladders. What time of day is it? Oh. Getting stuff done. Where did I put my bucket? It's about time I replaced this. um Right, there we go. Just stick it in the corner there. So I will want ladders. How do I make ladders? Can't remember. Wooden ladder is okay. Oh. Actually, I'll use planks. And I'll do that in a moment. Because, first of all, time flies when you're playing this game. I am going to take a momentary break. Oh, excuse me. And I will be right back. Right. I'm back, obviously. That's interesting. I was just looking. I hadn't realized I was running G overlay over there. I wanted to see, without my streaming at the same time, how many, what kind of graphic. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. I was kind of curious to see what GPU utilization I was getting. You know, while you're outside looking around, it's not massively high. 70%. GPU is just ticking over. Now the GPU does get hit hard when you start loading up new levels of the map, but yeah, it's just working very well. Okay, so ladders. Let's go and get some ladders. I need at least 4 ladders. Oh, I've got 2 already. Oh, that's good. Some boards. There we go. That's all I really need. Stick my boards in here. Well, no, I'm going to need... Yeah, worry about that later. Oops. Packed dirt, my choice for... Oh, that's interesting. You can stand on the ladder and dig. Oh, that's actually perfect. I hit rock. I'm 4 down. Let's go grab a torch. Actually, just make a few torches. Oh, let's eat something. Oh, I am getting cold too. Oops. Yep, getting cold. I mean, I can still freeze just being indoors, but and there actually, to my mind at least, makes a certain sense. I did once get mauled by a bear that came down into the cave I was in. It wasn't on camera, unfortunately. I literally popped into the world to get a screenshot, and a bear followed me into the cave. So and while I haven't seen bears or wolves much in this specific area, if I block off the entrance there, I'm controlling access. And then I can later on pile stuff up to make it look like it's just a pit in the ground or something. Plant trees or something, you know. Right. Let's... Oh, yeah, didn't think so. Let's put that in my offhand. Yeah. Minecraft. So, yeah, here we go. And I wanted to be 2 below, so actually I need to stabilize. Hang on. Yeah, 1, 2, 1. Let's stabilize this a bit. Yeah, that's precisely why I want to stabilize the ground so that I don't do too much damage. And yeah. There we go. And this is fine. I'm quite okay with this. And I will build up my mine entrance. In the traditional 3x3. So here's my mine entrance then. Yeah. Torch is actually making it hard to see. It is very dark. There we go. Yeah, I'll just fill this in so I will be safe-ish. Why am I carrying that in my offhand? I'm a great one for sort of controlling space. To some, I say control, yeah, sort of. So in a way, what I've done here is, yeah, controlled the space that I'm in. And I know it's just a square in the ground. Oh. Hey, little nuggets. How you doing, my friend? Oops. I'm not used to having the 0 key there. Be one of the... That's a great thing. So much for stabilizing everything. Now I can take this down. Because nobody can see that this is all completely unsupported. Amazing, I thought I'd be colder than that. Let's see, what am I doing? Yeah, this is as close to building as I typically get. Are you talking to me? Young man? Okay, I need to sort that out at some point. Gonna have to come up with some better ways of illumination, I can tell. Oh, look, it's even an odd number down, which is good, I think. This is the most open entrance to a mine I have ever made. But, yeah, this is very Minecraft. Just kind of funny. Okay. Now, this sounds silly, but I consider this progress. I've greatly expanded my area to live in, and I have the beginnings of a mine. However, that may or may not work. And I've got no idea how this will work out, except to say that there are hints of zinc and bismuth down here, which may or may not lead somewhere. All I need now is some stairs. Yes, I'm going to see about making stairs. Let's see what I need to make stairs. Oh, I can use... Oh, that's straightforward. I don't mind wooden stairs. Okay, let's grab that, because that's the only... Where's my saw? Seeing as we appear to be... What's the... Oh, right. That's straightforward. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure there is, yeah. I assumed there would be. Very Minecraft. Stop complaining. I need to put stuff away. Oops. Why am I carrying that around with me? Right, okay. That's no, not okay, to be honest with you. I need to stash stuff. Why am I going to need more pickaxes so I can stick this back in here? I've used my pickaxe spot. Right. Progress. Right now. Let's see. That's why I have multiple torches on the walls, by the way. So, and they're set up, they staggered, so they won't all go out at once. Yeah, lighting not very good down here. Still, let's see what we've got to work with. So this is where I've actually been digging out my granite. Or querns. And this is where I was doing some prospecting. And I think in this way as well. Yeah. So this actually... Huh. Yeah, you can see I've been down here. So this is where I was sort of prospecting all the way down here. In various areas. So the result, the green blobs you see on the map, is where I've actually done some sort of prospecting. And so given that we got hints of stuff, I will need to prospect more. Put a better floor in, clear this out. Actually, because the dirt's useful. I don't mind if this turned out just to be clear on both sides. I just got stairs going down, but still. All right. Where's my prospecting pick? Let's see if I can do anything a little bit useful in the time that I have. I can't remember if I did anything in this area, so... Well, no time like presents. Oh, come on, make your mind up. Oh, I forget the pattern I'm supposed to... Yeah. Sphalerite is tin. Zinc, sorry. And I don't think I've checked out down here. I've got no real idea how this works, to be honest with you. It's kind of amusing that, you know, the ability to do this kind of essaying work is quite sophisticated. You're not really going to be able to do it with a... Okay, sphalerite, cassiterite, bismuthite, so I'm not... It honestly doesn't look that promising, but I'm no judge. I don't really know the mining mechanics yet, so... Because you can see I'm getting the same or similar results all the way down here. Oh, is that the whole idea? Okay. Okay, well, we can give that a try. Give me a second. So you're saying I would destroy this one, for example. And then, I don't know. Oh. Okay, so hang on a second. So destroy this one, for example. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So here. Or here. Ah, look, we're getting into copper. I know it says minuscule, but that's a step in the right direction. The thing is, I did pick up copper in this immediate area. That's actually why I'm heading in this direction, because I did pick up copper at one point in this sort of, general area. back when I really didn't know what I was doing. I mean, you know, even less so than I do now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, of course I could. I could go down to bedrock or whatever the equivalent here is. I mean, you know, yeah. The good news is I am getting hints of something, but I don't know enough to. And I'm about to destroy my pick. So, I mean, is deeper better? Suppose I could try that. Let's do the hole. What? Don't know that that helps. It's the same mode. It's the only mode I've got. This is easier than trying to count blocks, to be honest with you. And the reason I'm heading back is actually I am... Oh, at least I'm not getting cold. It's a step in the right direction. Yeah, the reason I'm heading back is it is getting time for me to actually sign off for a couple of hours, because the time has passed remarkably quickly. Yeah. So the reason the reason I am heading in this sort of general direction is because somewhere over here I did actually pick up copper off the ground. I think it was actually behind me. So this is how far I've come. No, I didn't. Rifts are not activated. I have never seen a rift. So yeah, I've never seen a rift. and so I'm pretty certain I deactivated them. But I mean, you know, I've been in this area for days, months, since summer. I've never seen a rift here, so I'm pretty certain I disabled them. Unless I'm missing something. Anyway, not that it really matters at this point. Yeah, you see now it's stopped. So I need to make another, another prospecting pick because I'm going to run out of that one. That's the only, pretty much, yes. Yeah, I haven't been into any other caves. That one's right next door. There's copper somewhere straight ahead, or there was native copper on the surface. So, yeah, that's where I'm searching. And it's convenient. It is profoundly convenient. But, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty certain I had the rift switched off. We'll see. Like I say, I haven't seen one in the entire time I've been here. And they're supposed to, I can't remember what frequency they're supposed to show up in. Right, so I will be back in about 2 hours with the long dark. Kind of forgotten what I was going to say, really. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Very, very pleasant to have your company. I hope this was at least mildly entertaining. Watching an inept Minecraft player do his best in something which is even more difficult. What am I thinking? Yeah, I will see you all. Well, hopefully I'll see you all next time. If not, I hope you all have a very good day. In fact, if I do see you, I hope you all have a very good day. Thanks very much for watching.